Red Army. Great win today by the Red Army. I'm gonna get some Perth Wildcats fans in here. You know how I do. Make sure to hit like, share, subscribe to get you that real raw basketball NBL talk. You know what I'm saying? So it's gonna be about 5 minutes to get some Perth Wildcats fans up in here, and we'll let the festivities begin. How you like that win out there? Hey, Perth Wildcats won today. All right. Give me 5 minutes. 5 minutes. I'm about to put some Perth Wildcats in this. Hey. Okay. Perth Wildcats won today. Okay. What else did you got to say? Perth Wildcats won today. Give me 5 minutes about the play. All day. 1 minute. What's to say? Give me 5 minutes. We'll get into it. Five minutes. It's a fast in here. Wrong one. Red Army, where you at? Red Army, hey, where you at? In the chat. Red Army. How y'all feel about that win? It's TK. Take it, baby. 2 minutes. Hey, we getting some views today. Hey. All right, enough of that. Perth Wildcats, Red Army. We did this one today. 92-78. Great game. I'm really pleased, except for the first half. I'm going to break this down for you. My name's Trey, by the way. Like, share, subscribe. I do this for you. We got 2 people in here. Hope y'all enjoy the show. Make sure to hit that like button, share, and subscribe for me. About to do this. All right, Martin's be in the game. Martin was out with a calf strain. I wasn't too stressed about that. I wasn't too stressed about that. Because he was playing limited minutes anyway. He is an anchor and captain of the team, but I wasn't too worried about that. Martin, this is the best year for Martin's not that needed that much this year. So when Corey Williams said that he was going to be a big issue, I didn't believe that. Let's get to the first period. Bryce Cotton, 4 for 4 start. He was hitting everything. Bryce Cotton was lights out first period. Typical. He was getting buckets. He was doing whatever he wanted out there. Tarico White had a usual average day. He was silent. He's a silent assassin. He played great. He played good. He played good enough. We don't need him to be that great every game. He takes a lot of pressure off of Bryce. Defense was horrendous. Rebounding once again was horrendous first period. I don't know about maybe Perth had a slow start. Maybe they conserving energy. I don't know. Wasn't great defense. Actually piss poor defense on both sides of the ball for New Zealand and Perth. Bad defense. Second period, Perth once again was bad transition defense. I noticed that. I was sick to my stomach. Transition defense was terrible. They could do whatever they wanted, especially that player. What's his name? The Kiwi guy. Wesley. Wesley was doing whatever he wanted in the paint. Mitch Norton did all right. He did all right in Damian Martin's absence. His defense was all right. His shooting wasn't too up to par, but his passing, he was being a good facilitator for the offense. Still no Sunday day. Sunday dash. No Sunday dash. He didn't play until the second half, fourth quarter, which was surprising to me. But the first half, Cotton had 2 3-pointers, 16 points at the first half, in the half. So Cotton did whatever he wanted. So the halftime score was 49-47. Perth. I wasn't sure how to feel after the half. Usually I have a feeling for how the game's going to go. I didn't really know. I figured Perth would turn up the defense and pretty much put them away, which they did. Third period, made adjustments. Great job by Trevor Gleason, made adjustments by doubling Wesley. Thank goodness, because he was killing us. Nick K, Angus Beef, Brant, best front court in the league, hands down. You got Nick K and Beef, Angus Beef. Nick K and Brant holding the front court down. Best front court in the league. You got Jervis coming off the bench. That's just they can wear teams down in the second half. It's a lot to overcome. New Zealand did a great. New Zealand got some good bigs though. My goodness, that guy long and they got some good bigs in New Zealand. I've never seen nobody play with Brandon. It's just dominate the board. It was dominate the boards. Webster, he caught fire. That guy, man. Funny story about Webster. He was supposed to come to Perth because they know Cotton was going to come back. He reneged on the deal. So the Perth was pretty upset, but hey, he's a great player. Though. I would love to have a Webster. He has 4 straight 3-pointers. Mitch Norton was great off the dribble. He started attacking. He's only good off the dribble. He's not a great shooter. He did hit like 2 threes at the end when it didn't really matter anymore. The game was out of reach. But he's a great facilitator. I like Mitch Norton's game. He's aggressive. Steinel, of course, he's the man of the day. He had 5 for 5 3-pointers. Finally, maybe it's a breakout game for him. He's always been that guy where he's always like one shot away from breaking out. Like he'll shoot a 3, he'll hit one, and he'll miss the next 3 or 4. But even when Steinel misses a shot, the ball kind of like rims out. It kind of goes in and out. So you know he has the shot. He's a great shooter. He just been having bad luck. But it seems like today, maybe it's a breakout game. Maybe he'll stay consistent now. That'll help the offense, open the offense up. But yeah, Red Army, Perth wins. Still undefeated at home. They're trying to get undefeated for the whole season at home, which I think it's very doable. It's tough because at the end of the season, before the playoffs, you got to rest people. You don't want them getting hurt before the finals. So we'll see how that goes. It's not a big deal. I'd rather just be in the finals. Cotton's defense, he had 23 points, 6 rebounds. Steinel had 17 points, 5 for 5 3-pointers. Now, Cotton, 23 points for Cotton, yes, that's kind of like a leisure day for him. What I was impressed with was his defense. In the third period, in the whole fourth period, he was a nuisance, man. He was a fly. He was everywhere. Loose balls, diving, stealing. He was a pest. Cotton has leveled up on his defense by far. He's leveled up his defense. Really impressed with Bryce Cotton on the defensive side of the ball. Man, he's gotten so much better. He must have really worked on that. You had Ricky Grace at the game. Speaking on, I got a funny story I wanted to put out about Ricky Grace. I met Ricky Grace. I was working at a casino when it was called the Burswood Casino. And I was a security guard. And I actually met Ricky Grace, and he was with this New Zealand guy. And the guy was really drunk. His eyes are blood red. In my job, I can't let people that's over the limit or they look drunk or whatever, I can't let them in the casino. So he was with Ricky Grace. I didn't know who Ricky Grace was. I just moved to Australia. I'm from America. So I said, no, you can't get in. Ricky Grace said, hold on, man. You look like my little brother. I said, I look like who? I think that's a disrespect. I said, I look like who? He said, you look like my little brother. I said, so? He not coming in. He said, hold on, let me talk to your supervisor. I said, I don't care who you talk to. And then my supervisor came. One of my supervisors came. He said, you don't know who this is? I said, I don't give a damn who this is. I don't care. I was already mad for what he was saying. Like, I don't care who this is. He put his hand, like, get your hand on me. So kind of face like, that's Ricky Grace. I'm like, so who's that? It's not Michael Jordan. Who's this guy? Whatever. Right? So then I started seeing he had a little bit of in Perth, he has a little name, he has a little bit of push because he's talking about supervisors. They let him in with the drunk guy and everything. I'm like, what's up? So he's like, yeah, that's Ricky Grace. I'm like, so I still had the attitude, but that was my run-in with Ricky Grace. And like I would see him every now and then. He didn't really say that to me after that. I saw him a few times come back to the casino, but that was a funny story, man. Like we ain't hit it off when I met him. We didn't really we didn't get along too well. I mean, I'm doing my job. I'm holding down the fort like it's Lord of the Rings. You're not getting in here. Thou shalt not pass. I don't care who you is, Ricky Grace. But that was funny. That was years ago. That's about maybe like 10 years ago. But yeah, great game. Red Army, Wildcats, pull it out. Really impressed. Hopefully, Style keeps it going. We're supposed to win this game. New Zealand's a very gritty, strong team. They fought hard. I always respect them. They always play hard. But I figured that the talent would overwhelm them eventually. Yeah, let's watch some highlights. And one future news. I will be having a green screen. And for you Perth Wildcats fans, I know many of you would be West Coast Eagles fans. Now, beginning of February, I'm going to have a song put out. I'm going to do West Coast Eagles games. And my plans is to have a green screen behind me, have a West Coast Eagles logo. I'm going to buy that, get a microphone, have it professional looking, and have highlights of the games. Because nobody else in Australia is doing that. So I have big plans. I'm gonna have a green screen. I'm gonna have music. I'm gonna bring highlights to you about the West Coast Eagles. Nobody ever brought it to you like before. It's gonna be big. I'm excited. So that's for you West Coast Eagles fans watching this. I know most of you Perth Wildcats fans are West Coast Eagles fans too, like myself. And it's gonna be huge. So like, share, and subscribe. Get this out there. It's gonna be big. Jump on board. It's gonna be big. Eventually you're gonna see it anyway because it's gonna blow up. Anyway, let's get on some highlights. Probably some Bryce Cottons. Hold on a second. Let's see. Let's get on some Bryce Cotton highlights. Let's see. Corey Webster. It's not what I want. Hold on.
Just fun, the lane, and nice.
Let's Corey Webster. Should be Bryce Cotton on here somewhere. Here we go. Let's go to Bryce Cotton highlights. Well, first of all, let's go get some Ty Wesley. Ty Wesley had a monster game. Where's he at? Let's go with some Ty Wesley. This dude was a menace the whole game.
You played a lot of the games, Perth, New Zealand during those championship years. Tell us about the physicality, the rivalry, the contest that is Perth, New Zealand.
Ty Wesley for a 3. Ty Wesley bringing him down the post. Hold on. Hold on, let me play this again. Hold on. Yeah, where's it put his foot out behind? Yeah, Ty Wesley put his foot down, but rebound, doing whatever you want. He was pissing me off the whole day. Where you at? Yeah, I'm done. I'm done with that. I'm done with that. All right, let's get some Bryce Cotton pictures. Let's get some Bryce Cotton. Let's get some Bryce Cotton up in here, shall we? Let's get some Bryce Cotton.